Hey guys, Murphy here. If you're like me, you're either playing Metro Exodus right now, or you're screaming at yourself for finishing 11th in a round of Apex Legends because some guy you couldn't see killed you in the middle of your execution animation. So, how is Apex Legends? The child born of Electronic Arts' draconian micro-gambling mandates and what remained of Respawn Entertainment's aspirations for Titanfall 3. Put simply, it's pretty good. It remains to be seen at this point as to whether or not Battle Royale has the longevity of more traditional multiplayer shooting modes. But as a business model, it's apparent that, for the foreseeable future at least, players should get comfortable free-falling into the video game equivalent of the Hunger Games. It's hard to argue with the success of this, genre, seeing as Fortnite has become what Minecraft was in its 2012 heyday, at once a global phenomenon, and later an exploitable object for the quick, though vapid, proliferation of advertiser-friendly content.
We had an idea, which was to take an entire episode of this show and then re-air it entirely in the Minecraft.
What we can see, objectively, is that Battle Royales are making these developers and publishers a lot of money. At what cost, you might ask? Well, if I was Activision, I'd say $60 up front, and also fuck you for asking. Many may decry the loss of the Call of Duty single-player campaign to the Battle Royale mode Blackout, despite the franchise producing its last respectable single-player campaign over half a decade ago, but money talks, and right now, it's saying that we need more flying buses, more skydiving, more looty-shooty, and more, oh my god, the highest tier money crate is over $100 just for a chance to win a red camo gun skin you may not even find in the wild. EA was in a bit of trouble a few months ago, stocks-wise. The whole market has been a bit of a mess, but technology has been hit especially hard, probably owed to the fact that tech lives and dies by its ability to gain a foothold in a market so overly saturated you'd mistake it for a side of KFC mashed potatoes after you mix in all the gravy. What I'm saying is that the market is gimmick-driven. In order to gain some publicity, you have to be a bit ridiculous. You need some bait and a real sharp hook to keep us fishies on the line. And in order to retain said interest once you have us kicking and screaming, it needs to be worth it. The experience, I mean. Apex Legends is worth it. Almost entirely. Respawn did the ridiculous. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They dropped a product they'd obviously poured thousands of man-hours into for a publisher that's hung them out to dry on multiple occasions, did so without warning anyone, no pre-release advertisements, no press copies, no nothing. The real legends are the Apex developers over at Respawn, who understand exactly who they work for, the, people calling the shots at EA, who haven't a single ounce of goodwill left after the devastatingly unpopular launch of Battlefront 2 and every controversy since 2017. So what did Respawn do? They didn't give us time to worry about all the drama. They just gave the game to us for free. The whole thing. No strings attached. Don't think about it, little fishies. Here, go back and swim with your buddies. Don't forget to buy an Apex pack though, just $9.99. What? You want to play as Caustic? Okay, well the next tier up is just a little bit more expensive, but you get some bonus coins too. Hey, don't worry about it. Go swim in the big map we made for you, free of charge. Plays almost exactly like Titanfall, isn't that nice? All kidding aside, that's why this works. It lacks pretense. It isn't asking for justification. Apex Legends is exactly what it says it is. The shooting is fluid, with some room for improvement regarding weapon balancing and movement speed, but as it stands a few days from launch, it's almost entirely bug-free and is stuffed with the type of squad-based mechanics that are so godforsaken useful. It may be a requirement for Battle Royales going forward. The choices are fairly limitless as well. It starts with a character, pick one someone else in your squad hasn't already selected, and get ready to drop in. Once you do, you'll find that your best advantage is to stick around, help, and ultimately cooperate with your squad. Press the right bumper or R1 and you'll ping stuff in the environment. Your character will narrate what you've highlighted to your teammates without you actually having to speak into the mic with your real human voice at all.
Target spotted. Let's explore this way. Target spotted.
This makes the game infinitely more accessible to the types of people normally intimidated by playing these games alone. Need some friends? Don't worry. Respawn made a roster of friends for you to have. They speak to each other and help each other out, just like you'd want your real-life friends to do. Speaking of those characters, each has a unique set of active, passive, and ultra abilities that make the game so dynamic and fresh, it's hard not to gush about it. It isn't quite as deep a hero shooter experience as, say, Overwatch, with its enormous cast of characters, but Apex succeeds by offering a list of useful abilities with some fairly significant gameplay advantages. Want to spot out some enemies on the map before you enter a location? Play as the Plague Mask Sniper Dude. Want to heal your squad mates on the fly without sacrificing inventory space for medkits? Play as the Tank Top Medic. Want to summon a bubble shield for everyone to hide in? Try the Samoan Juggernaut guy. Interdimensional portals more your thing? Well, there's a Hot Topic employee who can help you find what you're looking for. My point is, there's something for everyone here. Ranged, healer, tank, etc. It elevates what we've come to understand Battle Royales to be. It's not just about finding purple gear and camping behind crates until the ring closes, although you're certainly free to do that. And seeing as Apex Legends crossed the 25 million player mark in its first week, I'd say Respawn's dedication to their craft and decision to not just put another cash-grabby, looty-shooty, bull-pooty Battle Royale out there should be acknowledged as the fun and addicting first-person shooter experience that it is. It's all paying off. It might have just saved Electronic Arts for the fiscal year. Though I should say this, were it not free, if I did have to pay to play this, think PUBG, I don't think it'd be worth it. It's one mode on one map, and the microtransactions are certainly present. Every time you level up, you have an EA 3-slot happy bot drop on screen to deliver a tantalizing glimpse at all the money you could be spending on useless cosmetic items. I'm not upset about it though, because again, free game. Free game that plays like butter. Common complaints at the moment involve time to kill, the graphics being a bit dated, some fairly useless weapons, looking at the Mozambique, reused assets from Titanfall, though I actually don't mind that, and the occasional EA server hiccup, which has happened to me a few times. All in all though, this is a fun and free shooter with surprising depth, versatile mechanics, and excellent map design. It's almost as if the developers have experience creating memorable first-person shooters. Definitely check this out if you aren't one of the millions who have already. Definitely worth your time. I know that I will certainly be playing it for many, many months to come. And that's it for me and my thoughts on Apex Legends. Thank you so much for tuning into Black Beanie Gaming. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you please. I'll see you guys next time.